What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Brickanics. My name's Andy, and this is another episode of Building the Inferno on Endor, which, if you're new here, is a large LEGO Star Wars MOC based on Battlefront 2 featuring the Inferno squad. And I have some awesome progress for you in this week's episode. We get started on the waterfall, I put a cover on the bunker, and I've got two surprises for you as well in this video. So let's go ahead and get started building. So one of my main priorities this week is to finish the top of the bunker, which is really cool because it's going to be two removable lids that I add grass, plants, and trees on top of, and they're removable so I can access the lighting elements and the minifigures inside. They're also removable because it would be hard to press down on the roof and build on top of it. There are supports, but I feel more comfortable building on these removable lids. And then the other thing that I needed to do was to finish rounding out the hill, adding a roof over top of the other lighting power source, and just getting everything prepared for the final lid piece. All right, so I got to put a pause on covering the bunker because I'm actually running very, very low on dark green pieces, if you can imagine that or not. So I had to put an order in, but I ordered from one of my favorite stores, so the turnaround time should be pretty quick. I'll put a link to Big As Bricks down in the description below if you want to check out their store. Very quick turnaround times. But what I think it's time for is to start working on the waterfall, which I have no idea how to go about creating. So let's just get to work and see what happens. Well, it seems to be a theme in this video so far, but we're gonna have to take a pause on building the waterfall. I have some pieces that I had to get on order. Hopefully they get here in time so I can do more work in this episode, but we'll see. But so far, I think you guys can see the technique that I'm going for here. We're gonna work this all the way up. I do have to adjust a few things in here, but we have a good start. I'm liking kind of the crash area here at the bottom system where the water is just kind of crashing together. I guess that's the correct term. Maybe there's a real scientific term for what that is there, but we're just going to call it water crashing. But it's Wednesday night. I just got finished watching Endor. There's not a whole lot of time to build, but what I think we can do is just rework some of the plants on here, maybe add a tree or two, and then we'll see what pieces arrive tomorrow. So let's get to work. All right, well, it's actually 2 days later. It's Friday. I've been working 2 days on the landscape as far as, just tweaking the plants around the build and then adding a few more trees. I'm sure you noticed I added an additional redwood tree, which every time I add a tree into this build is looking more and more like Endor. And these redwoods, I think, are looking really good. Another major change came here on the mountain where I did quite a bit of work adding in some different plants, really just swapping out these pieces here. There was just too many of them on this mountain before, so I think the plant work is looking a lot more natural here. Let's go ahead and get the ATST back into the build here, and that's looking really cool. Very, very cool. All right, so I actually got a bunch of pieces in. I also have a little bit of a surprise for you guys because I built another vehicle that I'm going to show you here in a second that I'm pretty excited about. All right, let's take a quick look at the pieces here. I mean, nothing too exciting. I can't believe I needed to order more dark green pieces, but we're gonna finish off the top of this here in a moment. I also got, these plant pieces are pretty cool. Check this out. This plant piece in olive. How cool is that? I love olive and I love this plant piece, so that's a good combo. And then we got a bunch more of the translucent stuff here to finish the waterfall. So we're looking pretty good on the waterfall. I'm not going to be able to build more onto that in this video, but definitely in the next episode, we'll get working on that. And then over here is just a bunch of bricks and slopes and different things like that. For the platform, but also other MOCs. And then the minifigure haul here, we've got 2 of the Dark Troopers, and then we got 2 Gamorrean guards because, well, they look cool, so why not? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and build like the top here, the lid here, get this covered with dark green, and then I'm gonna show you the other vehicle that I built. Oh, I can't wait to show you this. All right, so there it is. We got the roof on top of there. Pretty simple. All I basically did was put a bunch of plates together and put the dark green on top of it. I had to do a little bit of building over there, but no problem. I mean, it was interesting bringing that all together, but it came together just fine. And while it might look a little bit, like a flat top, like a haircut, like a clone trooper's haircut right there. it's gonna look even better once we get the plants on top of here, because it'll look a lot more round on top once I do that and add the trees as well. So we're gonna get a bunch of plants here, and that'll give, you know, the illusion that this is going into the bunker or into the hill even more right there. So yeah, very cool, very glad, very happy to have that lid on. Let me actually show you how it kind of comes off and then goes back on. In the unfortunate event, if like a minifigure falls over, or I want to adjust a minifigure, or if something goes wrong with the lighting, I wanted the lid to come off so I could easily kind of get in here and fix things. So the way that this comes off is this brick here. You just remove that. That gives me a place for my finger to grab a hold of this top lid. The top lid just pops off like so. And now that's where all kind of the wires are just hanging out here. I just put the lid over top to cover those up. And then this front part, you just kind of pinch it here, grab it, and just pull it up. And that's how you access the inside there. Pretty easy. Getting it back on isn't always the easiest. So a lot of good progress on the build so far, but I'm excited to add 2 new vehicles into the build. I hyped it up before. Let's check these out. It is raining like crazy outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the audio or not. It's pretty loud, but man, that rain is coming down. But we added 2 new speeder bikes into the build. Now, I can't take credit for this design. This is actually LEGO set number 75320, the Snowtrooper Battle Pack. I went on to lego.com and downloaded the instructions and built it the best I could with the pieces that I had. I had most of the pieces. I didn't have that unique white piece back here, so I just used some of my own pieces there. But all in all, it came together really well. I think this is a fantastic design for a speeder bike. I like this reddish brown ingot piece on the back. That gives me those Endor vibes. So yeah, man, I'm really, really happy with the design, and I think it looks great in the build. It's actually attached using a 1x1 translucent clear brick on the bottom that kind of makes it hover across the ground. And once we get trees on here, I really think this little scene here is going to look really cool. You know what would be absolutely awesome, I mean incredible, is if you subscribed to this channel. So hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way YouTube will notify you the next time I upload a custom LEGO Star Wars creation. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button. It's gonna help YouTube, help other people find this video, and I would appreciate it as well. And if you like tree designs, make sure you check out this Revenge on Ord Radama build that I made previously. It features a pretty cool tree design as well as some freeform designs and a cool like old ruinous build as well. Plus it's got Darth Malgus, so make sure you check out this video. Thanks for your time, guys. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next build later.